I think we should be live. Hello, hello. GM everyone.
Hello.
Can you see us? Can you hear us? Give us a GM in the chat if you guys can hear us and see us. Hello, hello. Mic testing, mic testing. Can you guys hear us? Can you guys see us? Interesting live today. We're going to go through the submissions for a hackathon we announced last month. Okay, I think people can see us. Beautiful. So I'll set the context up. We have a hard stop at 8:30. So in around an hour and a half, we will go through 60 submissions from the current Earn hackathon that we launched around 2 months ago. There were a total of 200 submissions in this hackathon. Let me quickly take everyone through the Earn page. So you guys probably have a high level context of the hackathon. So hopefully you guys can see my screen. This was the hackathon, the 100x School and Super Team India Solana Hackathon. It was announced around 2 months ago. The submissions ended, I think, a month ago. There were 232 submissions, amongst which we've found the top 60. Amongst these 60, we need to now find the top 20, and we thought we'll just take you through the process of how someone might judge your project when there are so many submissions, when this is the sort of a prize pool. What should you keep in mind maybe for future hackathons if you're not in the list? In case you're applying, how would a judge, try to look at your submission? Sheikh, do you have anything to add for the context?
Yeah, so another important context is that this was also this was a side track to the Coliseum Cypherpunk hackathon. So Coliseum hackathons are more, startup geared. So as you will see a lot, the evaluation criteria would be around, does this actually make sense as a product idea? Can it become a startup? Does it have some direction or some finesse towards it becoming an actual product, right?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know how many of these, if any, one or got a special mention in the main hackathon. If you did, let us know in the chat. But if not, hopefully you win something here today. With that, we can get into the video. We have a list of all the projects that are currently available. Let me just make sure this is not restricted. Just make sure no one else can edit the sheet other than us. Cool. With that, we'll kick things off. And I think I just removed my access as well. All right. This will take me another minute to fix. So while that happens, Sheikh, do you have anything extra to add for the next hackathon for the people who might be applying?
So what is that for the next hackathon?
Yeah, in case someone's prepping for the next hackathon, it'll probably come around April. What should they do?
In fact, so especially if you're a startup, you don't really need to wait for the next hackathon. You can take advantage of Coliseum's Eternal. So you could go to Coliseum and select any self-described 5-week period, and you could already start working on your product or your startup idea. You just don't have to wait for the next hackathon, right? So you probably don't use hackathon exists as a way to compress. It sets an artificial deadline so that you compress your execution into a specific 5-week time period. But the first thing to focus on is, do you have a good enough idea to even start working on, right? So treat this as you building a startup versus you just participating in a hackathon, because these hackathons are startup competitions, not a competition where they are judging your code or your ability to build things.
Yep, agreed. And if you've never done Solana before, I think there are a bunch of good resources. I can take you through them until the doc comes up. The first one is Solana has a curriculum GitHub page, which might be the only one we can see because the sheet is live, but it's present over here, github.com/Solana Foundation/curriculum. This is the high-level curriculum we're trying to follow at the school as well. This was meant for universities who want to put Solana as a track or as a course in their official curriculum. So if you feel like you have a lot of time and you want to build the foundation from the ground up, maybe not participate in this hackathon, but the next one, might be decent curriculum to go through in case you want to learn Solana. With that, now we have the sheet, so we'll kick things off. Sheikh, can you see the sheet as well?
Yeah, wait, can you zoom in a little bit? Yeah, now it's better.
All right.
Are we going one by one?
Yeah, I think let's try to maybe finish the top 30 today. That would be good. So that's like 2 to 3 minutes per project.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, we'll start off with Kunal's project called the Halo project. The description is very loud, so I'll probably just open the live link.
Yeah, on the description, I think it looks like they used AI to put together the description. One piece of feedback here is that you don't, when you're submitting into the hackathon, description should be crisp one-liner. When a judge looks at it, they probably are going to look for a clear description of what the project does, and it should be succinct and should be very, very brief. Writing a lot of things, probably it might actually impact you negatively than helping you. So yeah, in this case, it looks, even the description looks like it was AI generated.
Yeah, I only see a landing page which also looks AI generated with a form and nothing else. There is a GitHub that we can probably explore to see what these guys are doing, which is also private.
So 404, there isn't nothing much for us to judge this on, other than the fact that there's like a long description.
All right, so I'm going to mark this as yellow and we'll move on.
Well, what does yellow mean?
Oh, sorry, red. Red means not selected.
Okay.
I think I zoomed a little too much. There we go. First one's red purely because of, we can't understand much. Moving to the second one. This one is by Piyush Saini.
Rugs. This is a good description. This is a good one-liner. Right? At least tells you what it does. On-chain trading crash game built on Solana.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Let's look at the game.
Interesting. Let's wait for the game to start.
Why do you have to wait for 8 seconds though?
I think it's like rounds that are happening. So
okay.
I guess you put a bet somewhere on the price of Sol, even though I don't know what these numbers mean. Let me just try to place a bet, connect wallet. And once I do, I have no idea what this does, but I'm sure regions who generally code do. This looks like a stake game to me. I feel like I've seen.
There are quite a few products that I've seen. For example, there's this. I think they're from the Magic Block ecosystem. There's this project called Tap Trade where it converts the entire chart into specific tiles. So you place your bet on the tile, which is a lot more fun. But here, Rugs looks like they've at least done some work and it looks good. So I would say not too bad.
Yeah, I'll quickly look at the tweet and then we can decide if it's a green or a yellow. And this tweet is for something else.
Okay.
Did I? Yeah, Piyush Saini, something's up here. The tweet is for a different project, it seems. The link is for a different project.
Interesting.
Maybe a quick on-chain trading game. Command Critter. Rides the multiplier and cash out before it rugs. Yeah, I think I would definitely spend more time here to see what they've done. We can definitely mark it as a yellow, unless you think it's a green shake.
Yeah, I think it's an yellow. I would have changed my mind if I had seen the tweet is appropriate, but it feels like they didn't pay attention to it.
Yep, I agree. All right, moving on to the next one. This one is by Aman Ahmad. Code.cc Master Web3 Development through live coding challenges and battles.
Oh,
Interesting.
interesting.
I don't hate this. Let's connect a wallet.
But a lot of this, I think we should more, if it is people, if you're building like a, if you're building something that is targeted at the wide variety of audience, I would highly recommend using an embedded wallet with things like Privy. It's much more easier to provide a email-based login. You don't have to make connect to wallet your at the front and center of your experience. That just adds more friction.
Yeah, I think they have both for some reason. Like you have to connect a wallet and you have to sign up through email as well,
Interesting.
which is failing right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I basically can't see any of this. I can't export the website because I can't log in.
Yeah,
It has.
and there is nothing on the GitHub, so it's red.
Yeah, I agree. All right, moving on. Neil Contractor.
TimeFun. Okay. It doesn't TimeFun. Oh, wait. Did he just recreate Time.fun?
Looks like it. The UI also looks the same. And oh boy, I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Test one.
Okay.
With another.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, not the worst project, but again, it's like a complete clone with no variation.
Yeah.
Good side project to build. Probably not a. I mean,
I mean, it's a
Time.fun
good.
itself pivoted, I think. So
Yeah, it's a good thing to build to show that you can replicate their UI, but I'm not
yeah,
sure.
I agree.
I mean, I would argue that strictly on the UI side, Gemini or Opus 4.5 could do a better job of that, right? So I don't know, that's probably not what you want to encourage.
I agree. So is that going to be a red?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Moving on.
Okay.
It's called Yokai,
Yokai.
which is a Telegram bot. It's a Telegram bot designed to help users manage multiple Solana wallets efficiently. Many users struggle to track their wallets, NFTs, and good prices. This problem is solved by creating a centralized wallet management and providing real-time updates on token prices, like any other bot.
Okay. It's a price alert bot or position monitoring.
Yeah, price alert. I don't know if it's that deep. I think it's just you create your wallet. There's a demo video.
Okay.
Which we can see. So you can create a wallet, you can see your wallets, you can delete a wallet, you can check balances, you can see all your tokens. You can independently track token prices. A beginner Telegram bot, I would say. It probably looks like a smaller feature set compared to Monkbot.
Yeah.
So don't hate it, don't love it. I'm okay putting it as a yellow.
Yeah, I mean, same here. I mean, at least it works. So,
yeah. A lot of times, simple is good, guys. This at least works. Problem statement is clear. There's a video that's working. So that's like probably a good thing to pursue. Next one, Abbas Agrawal.
Trust Solana API Playground. Okay.
It looks like a good one. I think this was a popular one in this hackathon. A lot of people have tried to build Solana Playground again, which honestly I don't hate. I think Playground there's a lot to improve over there. UI wise, this looks better than Playground, even though it's missing a few things.
Nice. Oh, so
it is executing.
Do you want to make some changes there? And
yeah, I don't even know
hello
if this
world
is...
from. Can you make a change? No. Oh, yeah.
But what exactly is this doing? How exactly is the instruction being called? I don't see any tests here, so it's a little confusing. Yeah, it does log things correctly. Everything happens in the browser. I think you can do that with Lite SVM. I think Playground does the same thing. I don't think they compile your code somewhere else. Yeah, honestly, I don't hate this. It lets you export the code. I would like to check if they've built it themselves on the right timeline, and if that's the case, I don't hate it. Your thoughts, Sheikh?
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
Single commit is not great. I only see the front end. Well, this is a front end only project. If I quickly look at the index page, it renders something called the Solana Playground, which if I look at, thing is they have a single commit. It's very hard to tell if they built this right now for this hackathon or not. If we trust them, then I think.
Yeah, also it's not sure whether.
Yeah.
Also not sure if they just lifted it from somewhere else. And
Yeah.
do you mind clicking on the history? The
commit history. There's just one.
There's
commit.
only one.
That's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, hard to tell. I would have mostly marked this as green. I'm confused between green and yellow. Your call, Sheikh.
Yeah, I mean, I would put it as yellow. And yeah,
if copied, alrighty. But a good project build. I mean, pretty decent.
Yeah, that was a good effort.
What it says.
Yeah, the product works. I think the bar is very low. It's like the link opens, product works, it does what it is supposed to do.
Yeah, that's all you need. All right, next one. This is Celebrity Exchange Trade Celebrity Tokens, or Celebrity Exchange Trade Celebrity Tokens on Solana.
Okay.
Makes sense. Business-wise, I think a lot of people tried this and mostly failed. UI-wise seems heavily vibe coded. Yeah, I think it's basically a token creation application. You can come, you can create a token. You click on trade now, and I'll be curious to see what happens here.
Okay.
Seems like you trade directly on their website.
Yeah, I mean, they've tried it, but I don't know. I don't see anything unique about what the.
I agree. I was like, yeah. The only thing that's interesting is this part. Like, how are they deciding? I mean, it's, I don't know if this is closer to Pump.fun. It seems like it. Where, when you launch a token, there's a bonding curve. So yeah, it's basically a Pump.fun clone. And not a token, creation platform. So for that reason, I don't hate it. It shows you the trading volume. I doubt it actually, lists the token eventually on Radium or someplace else. So it's basically a Pump.fun clone, slightly smaller subset feature-wise. So yeah, I don't know. Sheikh, I think your call.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why this needs to exist. I mean, if, for example, let's say a celebrity against everything decides that they want to launch a token, and Pump.fun exists, right? Why would they want to launch their token on this specific platform instead of just directly going to Pump.fun? I don't know. That's not quite clear to me. I mean, again, remember, we are not really evaluating on their ability to, code this up, because now that a lot of this is possible, at least to a bare minimum level, you are already able to do a lot with AI. Then it becomes a question of your taste, your unique insight, and quote unquote knowing what to build, right? And that becomes all the more important. So does this demonstrate that they have a really good idea? I would say no, right?
I agree, 100%. Great project to build if you've built it yourself. Decent thing to show if you're applying for a job. Probably not the best thing for a hackathon submission. For that reason, that's a red. This was already marked as a yellow, which probably means there were some red flags when I was putting this here. But let's see.
This one's called, like the name PokePixel.
Yeah. Oh, it's Poke. I thought it's Pokemon related PokePixel. Or it is, I guess.
Oh, no. I pronounced it wrong.
Yeah, it is.
Probably, you're right. It's PokePixel.
Yeah. Looks like good. A game. And you probably earn Solana as you play the game, I would assume. Actually, there's no Solana here.
It looks fun.
That was really loud. Sorry, what was that?
It looks fun.
Yeah. Okay, you have to connect your wallet, which doesn't work. My problem with games always is it's really hard to tell. It's a copied game. Has Solana been forged in here in some form or fashion? Even if this is a game, where does Solana make sense?
Yeah.
But
I'd
yeah, it's
probably, I mean, and my personal opinion is that it's probably one of the better things that we have seen so far.
agreed.
At least makes you want to spend more time on the website and see what they're up to, right?
Yeah, yeah. I can't play it though. Uh,
Okay.
I would probably look at their GitHub next. Uh, it doesn't say any Solana here, but when you enter the game, it does say Soul Boy at the bottom.
Yeah.
It does
And
make you
also, I
think.
think some of the screens are not loading. If you go back, there is something that is super net is loading.
Where is that?
If you go all the way, scroll all the way below.
Oh yeah,
I,
SuperNet loading. Yeah, it's just I mean they have some docs which is like cool. I'm actually very curious to see.
but why does a game need docs? Game should be playable.
I agree. Maybe you can build on top of a game. This also seems like a. I mean, they're still actively working on it, which is a good sign. Um, they seem to have started. I mean, it's definitely seems not vibe coded. It just has very bad commit messages. Uh, so yeah, I don't. At least I can see the effort.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's definitely one of the better submissions that we have seen so far.
Yeah. Does that mean we have found a green?
Yeah.
Right, let's mark it as a green. Even though it's yellow already, so I'm a little curious as to why. So I'll check that later. Why was this yellow before? All right, moving on to the next one.
Aegis. Oh wow.
Private
Interesting
AI
name.
agent framework for Solana.
And maybe this is an autonomous agent on Solana. Okay, interesting. Risk 0 ZKVM. Can you go back?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds interesting. I want to double click and understand what they actually do.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Autonomous trading.
interesting.
Please connect your wallet to continue. I would love. Oh, there you go. Launch app. Initialize my trading wallet.
Proceeding.
Confirm.
Hope this is on DevNet.
That's a good question. Let me also just create a separate wallet. Oh boy, there we go. Oh yeah, I probably have to do this. Okie dokie. Now let's try that one more time. Go back to dashboard. Okay, it shows you a dashboard. Simulation failed. Yeah, I don't have Sol. I do have it elsewhere, but I'll have to collect my ledger. Let's see if they have a video, or I'll bring my ledger.
Yeah,
There we
let's
go.
just look at the loom.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, let me just share this again with audio so everyone can hear the audio as well. Sharing, share screen, a Chrome tab, the Luma, which is, oh boy, this is the one. No, this is the one. No. Can you hear the audio, Sheikh?
No, not yet.
Aegis to bring real privacy.
Yeah, now I can.
Launch in automation of Solana. Basically, we wanted to run strategies without exposing them to the entire network, because right now on-chain means instantly public. So I will start by connecting my wallet to Sprinter. And there we go. This is my entry point into the system, all non-custodial, all transparent. Next, I'm going to initialize my trading wallet. This is actually one of the cool design choices we made. The wallet live as a non-custodial anchor PDA, meaning I control the fund's Aegis. Aegis never hold your or moves to asset. Everything stays in the wallet. If I wanted to, I could deposit SQL token right now. And the protocol only get permission to trade, not withdraw. So total control sit with the user. So I will start by depositing one SQL token. Let's deposit one. It will ask for signing a transaction. Let's protocol of a system. Okay. Confirm. As you can see, the token got deposited. And so now here what the real magic happened, launching a private agent. So let's say I want to run an agent with a profit threshold of 0.2. If I deployed that logic on chain, everyone could see it and copy it in seconds. That's the whole dark forest problem. Once I hit the launch, so here, once I hit the launch, our backend kicks in the executor service spins up this 0 JKVM, which basically let my logic run privately, but still verifiably. Right now, my agent running in that JKVM, crunching market data and generating a proof all without exposing my strategy. Let's wait for one trade to happen. Open up a study found, preparing transaction submitted. Okay. Here we go.
Interesting. This looks quite high effort. I would like to. Is the GitHub link working?
Let's see.
I want to see what they're doing with the Risk CKVM. Hope they're doing something with it. Like to see what they're doing. Otherwise, this is a good project, high effort.
I do see ZK agent here. Actually, it was started 4 months ago. This is somebody trying to give you starting one. Doing a project using
you're sharing.
Oh, I'm not sharing the right screen. You're right. Where is it? Share screen. Entire screen. There we go. So I opened their GitHub. I did see a folder called ZK Agent. Seems to be built on top of something else called the Risk Zero.
Yeah, it's the start. Yeah, they use the template. Okay, fine. No, it's okay, reasonable.
Yeah.
What's in the on-chain program? Curious.
They probably
it's for the vault.
Vault logic, yeah. I still don't understand how they do private transactions.
I think the strategy is private. So the agent runs off-chain inside of ZKVM, and it generates the proof for whatever action that they are supposed to do, and then submit that to the program.
Yeah, that makes sense. The program simply lets you create a vault, deposit, withdraw. Create job is just sets some status on probably a PDA.
Yeah, I think this job is external. What's in the executor? There is an executor folder. That's the job. Yeah, that's the guessing that would be the job executor.
I agree. Let's see.
Jobs.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. Doesn't look half-assed. It has the ideal here, so it's probably.
Yeah, there is a jobs folder. That's where the.
Oh, there we go.
Jobs control.
Controller or service, a job service, agent loops.
Okay, it's high effort.
I agree. That's green, I think.
Yeah, we could move on to the next one.
Alrighty.
This is
green. This is the second green for the day, and we've already reached 10 projects. This one was already marked as yellow.
DeWatt, interesting name.
A decentralized solution focused on providing the electricity needed for electric cars with a monetary incentives.
Interesting.
Logistic facilitation, more accessible. I guess this is like decharge.
Yeah. It should. I expect this should be more than a. Okay.
I think you can just.
But where's the charger? Is it just an app or?
I don't think it's a charger. I think if you have a charger, you can list yourself here. People can come. You can
okay.
Yeah, that's what I would assume this is. decentish UI though. Like the UI is not bad at all.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, there's a P2P.
Oh, why is also P2P?
I would assume if you directly want to buy from a specific person, no, it's actually something else. It's like you're
Oh,
buying.
there's also EBT token. Yeah, I don't understand the. It's many things. There's also a dashboard, manage charges.
Stations. There's no easy.
Oh,
How do I create a charger?
okay.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, yeah, I think there's a lot going on.
Yeah. What would have been simple? I mean, a simpler UI here, and probably a physical product, a few photos of how this has been executed on the ground, would have been a better submission
Yeah.
compared to everything.
Yeah, because the harder part is actually those things, right? When you are evaluating it as a startup,
Yeah.
what is it gonna take for it to actually work on the ground? Like some
Yeah.
of the software behind the scene is the easy part. Okay, real time.
It does say 100 plus charging stations worldwide.
No, I mean, I question that this probably is part of the vibe coded.
There's a lot here. I mean, yeah, but yeah, the problem is this might be really good, but it isn't very clear what this is, which is why.
Yeah, and also I mean, it's like if they are claiming 100 plus chargers, would have expected to see. I would have expected at least more than a versal link as a submission, right? So something is not adding up.
Agreed. Okay, we'll mark it as red. We move on to PerfGen, who has created a payment gateway for Solana with topnet, notch, DX, UX, and 3-step
Interesting.
integration.
It's a very good one-liner.
Yeah, I agree. Beautiful problem statement. Slightly longer video. I would just skip to saying a few things. Do you want to listen to the video? Or should we just look at the demo link?
Yeah, let's just look at the demo. I think it's an entire pitch, so you can just look at the.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this. I connect my wallet.
Okay. It's also the front end also looks very clean.
Yeah. It again has the same problem. I have to connect my wallet as well as log in via Google, which is
Yeah,
actually.
which makes no sense. Like
Yeah.
error. Okito.dev. Interesting.
Yeah, overselling. That's good. Verify wallet.
But why though? Why are you doing this? I mean,
I
what
think
does it?
this is
What
where you
does
will
this user?
like this is a payment.
journey?
Yeah, it should probably come towards the end. I mean, yeah, the UX is not great, but other than that, clean. I think you sign up, you get your API keys,
Looks
and you
good.
start to accept the production API keys. There are dev API.
Do they have a snippet on how you can integrate? I would like to see that.
Do they have docs?
How do
of
you integrate this?
integration
Quick
steps?
action.
Webhook endpoint, DC, or quick actions. View billing, view events, view stats. I think generate.
Documentation.
So I generate the API key. I'm sure there are docs somewhere.
Yeah, it's on the resources on the right side.
Resources on.
Overview resources. Below.
There you go. Documentation. Yeah, it's like seems like
Okay.
done things.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I don't hit this.
Yeah, this is a green.
Yeah. Only about the better greens as well. Beautiful. Moving on. Very long description.
NodeEase. Okay.
Yeah, very hard to read. Self-hosted
Sorry.
RPCs with ease.
Okay. Interesting.
That-
How do they do this?
That is a beautiful question. And it says on top of AWS.
Okay. Why though? It's like, do they want to?
Yeah, does anyone use this?
Do they have a lot of money to pay AWS?
I guess it was just easier to bootstrap. It was harder to get bare metal.
Yeah. No, it also says bare metal. Can we
That's
look
fine.
at the GitHub? I'm pretty sure it's probably a fork of the Ansible script too.
Let's see. It's just like only this only looks like the website code, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, okay. It's not
Yeah.
really much to evaluate. How are they actually setting it up? I would have liked to see that.
I agree. Well, there's a bunch of things. Well, no, it does have /AWS test connection,
Okay.
but it does have a node deployer. Okay, let's see. Deploy node handler. Uh, services.deploy node. Yeah, it seems like it does deploy. It uses the AWS SDK. It starts.
Okay, so they have like some cloud formation or whatever to,
Yeah, either that or just start an
or
EC2.
they just have an AMI for the.
Probably. Let's see. They probably do have an AMI. Get Solana AMI.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
you go. Yeah, I
Then
think
how are they doing it for bare metal?
that they have not. It says coming soon.
Oh, okay. No,
But I mean,
okay.
decently effort, man. I think if you can start any, I mean, it's the simplest thing. No one would use it on AWS, where it'll be very expensive.
Yeah.
But good to hook it up and then eventually replace AWS with something else. This was started in Feb though, so I don't think this was built for this hackathon. So, is this the red? Are you here, Sheikh? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying this was started in Feb 2025. Like, probably
Oh,
was
it's-
built for the last hackathon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't. It's there isn't nothing other than spinning up from an AMI that's probably a afternoon's worth of programming effort.
Agreed. I mean, if he has created an EMI that actually runs the RPC with that script, is probably some effort, but there's nowhere to confirm.
Yeah.
And this was also started in Feb, so that's probably another reason. So, marking it as red. Moving on to OwlSol. Compression toolkit designed for Solana application. It intelligently analyzes your data, automatically sets optimal compression algorithms, reducing on-chain storage costs. That,
No, what? Can you go back to the description?
yeah, it's a production-ready compression toolkit specifically designed for Solana.
What compression? Is it account compression or stays on chain storage cost?
Yeah, I would assume it just packs your data some more efficiently or something like that.
Interesting. I think this is like Solana account compression, which is you log it to in the call data equivalent and then
Oh,
just add it to a Merkle tree, similar to how compressed NFTs or even Light Protocol has a CK compression for storage. I'm guessing this would be something like that, but we can look at the GitHub.
all right, let's do that. Okay, features twice. How do you use it?
Okay, I think it uses the NFT compression. We can look at the code. It's a CLI tool, and then we can see what it calls internally. Commands.
Compress. It takes an input as a string, outputs as a string, takes the algorithm as an input, and
Can you just scroll up? We can see what. Okay.
inputs,
OwlSol core. What is in the core?
compression algorithm, which is probably a struct, a compressor. Yeah, we can probably go here. There's probably some.
Yeah. Can you click on the Cargo.id? I want to see what they are using.
Yeah.
No, not this. In core.
In core.
Inside core. Okay. Oh, interesting. Then they've done. Okay, so it's actual. Looks there is both LC4 and ZSTD, so it's actual data compression. Oh, interesting. So now can we look at compressor?
Yeah. Compress LZ4, ZSTD, compress with algorithm. And based on the algorithm, self-rod compress Huffman.
Okay, it's actual data compression.
Yeah, he's done it without any libraries also. Interesting. That's basically various algorithms you can use to compress any data. And then probably store it on-chain if you want. It's
Okay.
CLI, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's much more straightforward. But
Yeah.
people could already do this, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it puts all of this in one neat place where you could do it.
Yeah, it has a bunch of arguments like deploy. So I guess you just call the CLI and it'll actually deploy that contract.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can we look at the README once?
Yeah.
What is it? I mean, I suspect this was the. I suspect this was the prompt was built a compression, you know, and A probably just came up with like a bunch of data compression algorithms and put that into the toolkit.
Mm-hmm. It does show you these things, which are like Solana specific. How much it could have costed, with and without.
Yeah, I probably put it under yellow. I want to see.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it's not clear. And also when mostly considering that you have like a constant, if you were to use something like ZK compression, then you are able to compress it at into a constant sized data because you only have the proof, right?
Yeah.
So I don't clearly see what they are trying to do with it. So probably should look at it again.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, this one's another fun. It's called that's Laniakea.fun. Very big description.
What language is that?
It's a beautiful question. Stop juggling tabs, start making smarter decisions. A unified DeFi interface, it seems.
Power user or like a super app type.
Yeah, I would assume like a portfolio in one place, something like. Oh no, it's like actually a bunch of things. You can manage probably positions across various.
Oh, interesting.
Exchanges.
Which is useful.
Yeah, I don't mind. Join. How do I connect the wallet? Yeah, it's like an aggregator of sorts only. Manage USDC. Yeah, I mean, for now it seems like on Drift and Meteora. If you want to, I would assume buy a per position. Can you do that? You can just view it. It seems. Seems a little buggy as well. If I click on BTC perp, well, either there's something happening on Drift right now, or the UI is incorrect. Yeah.
What the hell? Why is it 45K? Shit.
Maybe
Did
either
something happen or?
I hope so. Yeah, it's like constantly there is like realistically moving up and down also. Drift, BTC perp. Let's see. I'm just curious now.
Hope it's not. No, I think it's just hallucinating.
Yeah.
Hope it's not simulating the data.
Yeah. Where did it go? Here. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind honestly. Like, I'll probably have to look at the code.
But yeah, the idea is good. At least you're able to. Okay.
Private repo, it's never good.
Yeah. Whatever. Is it now red or I mean, what more will you test?
I just want to see. I mean, it's completely ice flop or not. Um, but I don't mind actually. Nothing to
It's a
test. Just
good
like
idea.
I agree. So is that a yellow or do you want to
I
keep
mean,
it
if
with green?
you were to put it as hello, what more will you look at?
The code.
I mean, the code is not there, right?
Yeah, I mean, eventually, like, whenever we're deciding what yellows to kick to green, I would hope they make
Ah,
it
okay,
yellow.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
But I honestly, I'm okay with a light green, so I come back to it. But can mark
Yeah,
it
I
as,
like the idea. The idea is good.
yeah, works. All right, moving on. Another AI generated description. This one is by Anant Kumar. CalSol. Is it a calendar on Solana?
Yeah, it
Uh,
is time.fun.
Transaction page. No, no, it's something else. It's you can
Oh,
execute transactions. It's like a crank. But I don't know whether
interesting.
as in a
Oh,
Google Pixel.
it's actually interesting approach though.
Yeah.
Set it as a Google Calendar alert and
Okay. Uh, Copy
yeah, I like it just for the novelty of the idea.
onboard your calendar. Start creating transactions. Oh, beautiful. So just add a event by 5 Sol in your Google Calendar. It'll just do it for you. I don't hate this.
Yeah, it's I like the novelty of the idea.
Yeah, it's pretty novel actually. You're not wrong. All right, I think this is good enough. Works for me. Can mark it as green if you're okay, Sheikh.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Next one, again, already marked as yellow. Avalon, the multi-planetary confidential cross-chain exchange. All right.
Oh, what is multiply?
That's a beautiful question. I think that's just marketing. Generally, it's a cross-chain exchange is what I can understand. It seems like it's a P2P exchange. But it is trustless. Trustless trading across blockchain networks while preserving participant privacy. Built on RCM MPC integration, it combines the power of multi-party computation with an escrow-based asset transfer to create the first hybrid P2P exchange. Okay, it's a P2P cross-chain exchange. I would look at the video to understand what it does. It's a long video, which only takes through the code and a bunch of diagrams.
But what does this do though?
It lets you bridge assets from what I can tell privately.
Okay. Oh,
It's like
interesting.
wormhole but private.
How does that?
Work is a beautiful question. He's active to say the least, at least. Last tweet was on December 27th.
I would love to understand more about how this works, especially because the moment it moves from privacy at rest is a lot more easier than privacy move, especially when you're moving from one chain to another.
Yeah.
I mean, you expose yourself to a lot of leaks, so I'm curious to learn how they actually do that.
Agreed. All right, I'll keep this as yellow and then maybe we can talk to them before we mark
Yeah.
it as green. Beautiful. Moving on.
Axon.
BTC, mining BTC with Solana. Mining small micropayments.
It's a good project.
By bridging BTC rewards to ZBTC, we can send instant near zero micropayments for every valid share. So if I make smaller amount of BTC,
Yeah. So if you're a small miner in a mining pool, you need to accrue enough mining rewards so that it justifies the BTC transaction fee. So their idea is that you actually, instead of executing the transfer on BTC, you do it on Solana, because with ZS you can actually run a BTC node on Solana as a program. So Now you can actually,
You can run a BTC node as a
yeah, yeah,
program.
yeah, you can run a BTC Lite node uh,
Okay.
using ZS.
You said ZS.
Yeah, ZS, ZEUS. This
Oh,
is
Z.
Teams.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what ZBTC here is.
Got it. Interesting. Okay. Is that a green or a yellow then?
Yeah, it's a good idea. Good idea. Should be green.
There we go. Moving on. TokenEstate, the future of real estate token ownership. Property colosseum.versel.app. I don't know. Start tokenizing. View marketplace. I see nothing here. This is like a very hard problem to pursue for anyone, I think.
Yeah, yeah, and also especially if you're doing this from India.
Yeah.
The harder, I mean, the actual, it's not, it's not writing the smart contracts or building the front end. That's the hard thing here. It's actually dealing with the Indian regulations
Government.
and the government. Basically, dealing with the Indian real estate industry, right? So that's
Yeah.
the hard part.
Yeah. So that's a red.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I mean, unless they have demonstrated that here, which I
Yeah, I don't think
don't
that's the
think
case.
they. Rentless trading on Solana. Oh, interesting.
Lock your soul as rent every time you place an order. See, using light protocols ZK compression, storing order data in a compressed Merkle tree with a shared vault architecture, compressed on-chain state and swaps by V6. Lumenn delivers 100x cheaper order creation. I don't understand what it does. From what I can tell, if I don't have Sol in my wallet, I can still trade on it on Jupiter. Is that it?
Yeah, so a lot of these protocols require you to for example, when you go and create a vault, trade on Drift, you have to create an account and that account takes some rent. So what they are trying to do is to be able to do that without the rent, probably say 0.01 or 0.02 or something like that.
But that rent's for storing the data, or you're saying it's for something else? Like this guy says it's for gases.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is for the data. They created, I mean, Drift relies on it to create maintain some state about your positions, etc.
Yep.
But I would argue, while that is great, I am trying to understand from a user perspective. I mean, it's like, first of all, it is probably less than a few dollars worth of Sol. You're trying to be capital efficient about, right? So it feels like over optimization to me, but maybe unless it's like they have to do it at scale where there are hundreds of thousands of accounts per person that needs to be created, unless it is that, it doesn't really make a strong sense to me. But this is definitely a very good proof of work building project.
I'm absolutely curious, like who pays for the rent then? Like whenever you create an order and an account needs to be created,
You pay for it.
like right now you pay for it. But what happens in this guy's project?
Oh, in their case, you just prepay for your state is stored in the Merkle tree, so you just pay for that. So think of it this way: there are thousands of users. For them, you allocate one fixed space and you prepay it.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds like a decent problem statement.
Yeah, maybe, I
What
mean,
is it?
it's a good idea, probably wrong application, or because if the expected trader is going to take on a position of like few hundred or thousands of dollars worth of position, like $1-2 to pay for the rent, it's okay, right?
Agreed. I mean, one thing that could happen is protocols could just, across tens of thousands of users now keep that money for themselves. So maybe there's some use case somewhere. So I don't know. Um, green or yellow? Sorry, yellow or red is probably a better question.
Yeah. Yeah, I would put it under yellow.
All right.
It's definitely not an instant project.
Yeah. Beautiful. Corridor by Prakash. Global payroll platform that automates payroll streams and lets employees split earnings between spending and yields. Okay.
Interesting idea.
Oh, sorry, live link. There's no live link. But there is one.
No, there is Cargo.id. On-chain payrolls. Okay. Instant payroll.
There's unfortunately a wait list right now. Launching soon. Nothing on Twitter.
Very nice name for a payments product.
Corridor. Why is that?
Yeah, because payment corridor, right? For example, India-US payment corridor.
Makes sense. Yeah, I hope I mean, let me just check, but I don't think he's built anything other than the landing page. Well, there is a payment.
I think the code is for the web.
Yeah, there are a few things here. So there's like it lets you deposit, withdraw. I would assume a lot of pages would exist on the web, right? The admin coming and putting money, deciding the schedule of payments, things like these.
Yeah.
I don't see any. There's just landing page here, honestly. So
yeah, there is nothing really much to go by.
Yeah, this is bit. I think it's just an idea and a landing page.
Yeah, that's right.
Rishikant, Winterfell.dev. This one I think I've seen in the past. This is a good project.
And also a nice name.
This is lovable. Oh, Winterfell, yeah. This is lovable for Solana contracts, but like the execution is top notch, man. Look at this UI. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, if it works, this is awesome.
This works. I've tried this.
Okay, then, yeah, green.
Yeah, it's a green. But just to see if it's up right now. They're also actively working on it.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Solana swap program.
It also looks very high quality.
Yeah. This guy, he's in Super 30. He got hired based on this project.
If you're listening to this, you should continue working on it. I think there is something on this. Something here.
It's for you. But boy, did Murphy's Law kick in. Is this down? I'll wait for it. I've seen it work in the past, but I don't see it working right now.
Says processing.
Shouldn't take that long. Some chat feedback here. Oh, there we go. I don't mind this. Creating a Solana swap program using Anchor framework. Yeah. It's clean. I think lovable like interfaces for smaller use cases like these like a good thing. Like a Solana contract could be a bento grid front end, could be a CMS. Like decide a lot of people can need CMSs, describing the variation of yours, things like these. Like decent.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let this run. Meanwhile, we'll mark this as green. We'll come back to it by the time it ends.
Yeah, I'm sure it will work.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see the other features. Like does it let you deploy? Does it create a front end for you automatically? That would be pretty good. Group fund.
Okay. Okay. So, place to.
Oh boy, it was like really long.
Yeah, can we just look at the
Pigeon chat on
demo video?
Yeah. Oh, it's 8 minutes long. Uh, Group polling bot. Okay. A group can vote and decide if to buy something. Yeah, it's like a lot of people can contribute to a hedge fund of sorts. One guy can propose to do a trade, and everyone can vote. And if the vote reaches a certain threshold, that trade gets executed. That's my guess.
Oh,
Group
interesting.
trading has never really worked, though. I think like
Yeah, because majority of, I mean, your group is retarded. I would much rather,
it's true. Yeah,
unless
I don't
it's
know.
losing money as a group together.
Yeah, there's probably a yellow or a red from my side. Your
If you
call.
want to do that, just take a trip, man. I
Yep. I'll mark this as a red. Shubham Sharma, CrediSol, a peer-to-peer under-collateralized lending platform where personal information is
Oh,
verified
interesting.
by BKTLS and credit is assessed by AI. A few people have come up to me with this idea. I don't know what's the reason for that, but under-collateralized
Yeah,
loan.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, I dare say it's a target idea,
Mhm.
mainly because majority of the lending in crypto is over collateralized. You have a very high LTV ratio,
Mhm.
which which is reasonable because it's a function of the quality of the asset that you are borrowing against, right? If whatever you are borrowing against is like a shitcoin that has high volatility,
Mhm.
then it better be over collateralized, right? Uh, as opposed to in the regular world when you are borrowing, borrowing any type of loan. For example, you are taking an education loan. It's like there
Yeah,
is no collateral, right?
agreed. So, what is that? Is that
Yeah.
there's only
Yeah,
a
yeah. I
beginning,
mean, I'm just saying that's the reason why it feels like a very attractive problem to solve. Uh,
right? Makes sense.
but I want to
Yeah.
see how exactly they are solving it. Like, what's their use case? Have they been able to?
Achieve it.
Yeah, are people actually willing to lend money with this as the backend, right? So it's not really a technical problem, and it's part of the problem is technical, where it's also around are people actually does the
Will
model work where you can under collateralize your under collateralize your asset and get a loan. Can you get like a 125% worth of loan f- for an asset that can go down 30% in a day, right?
Yeah, makes sense. This seems like they use some level of credit risks, your Aadhaar, to
Oh,
ensure.
interesting.
Yeah, if you have a good credit score is when you can get 125%. Otherwise, you're still at 80%. Um, that's
It's
my
like
guess.
personal loan.
Yeah, with the credit risk involved.
Interesting.
You're on chain, but like you can just solve well if you are the through it. Bring credit scores
But
and
where will the
provide over
debt collector
collateral.
go? I,
I
I mean, I appreciate the idea, but then
don't know, that money
it's
is
like
gone,
the
unfortunately.
execution needs to be. I mean, it needs to think through, right? For example, when in the traditional world, when someone gives you a loan, they have either some of these apps do they have access to your personal data and they do God knows what. A lot of this payday apps do that, or in the
Yeah,
typical personal loan type of setup where you actually create like a legal contract and they know who you are. They have the ability to send a debt collector to your house. So though that's the
Yeah.
that's the depth of execution that you need for over collateralized lending to work. It's not just using the technology to solve the problem.
I agree. I mean, over there, the answer is always you can lose money. Whenever I've asked to talk to someone. So yeah, so that's red.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Pigeon.
Oh, nice. I like the name. Is it a
Okay.
messenger?
It is.
Nice.
End-to-end encrypted messenger built on Solana, where no server, company, or government can read messages. Only you and the other party.
Oh,
No
I'm
scam,
curious
no
what they
middleman.
use. Curious what they use Solana for. Like you
I
don't
would
really need to
assume.
send your messages via
Yeah.
Solana, right? Like
I think it's just for signing. You sign using a private key, which is, I wouldn't call it Solana.
but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ED 25519, right? It's, well, not really. Oh, no. Okay, you sign up using your wallet address and then you send someone a chat on their wallet address, which is, I don't hate that. Okay, let's copy. Hi there. Okay, beautiful. It's like it's a very simple product.
Oh,
Not working.
but it's not working.
Unfortunately, the product is, it's like if you've seen Ether Scan has Ether Chat,
Okay.
right? But end-to-end encrypted.
Oh, it's public chat. Oh, it's end-to-end encrypted. Got it.
Yeah. So if I send you a message, I sign it using a public key. Only you
Got
can
it,
read it
got
by.
it.
Which is, yeah. I mean, yeah. I can talk to whatever Toli.sol here.
Yeah.
This doesn't like honestly haven't. I don't think they only ever have traction whenever someone gets hacked or someone does hack and people want to talk to the hacker.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
So yeah, product wise probably won't take off. Like Dialect
Yeah.
tried this, right? A bunch of people tried
Yeah.
nesting apps, but never really worked. All
That's
right.
true. Driftly.
Drifty. No, Driftly. Okay, we have our last 10 minutes, I'd say. We're already at 26. So I think we should be able to do 30, which is beautiful. Solution for transforming discounts into verifiable tradable digital assets using CNFTs.
Okay. While providing users with liquid deal economy. Oh, interesting. What does it do though? Monkey.
Monkey Driftly.virtual.app.
Solana discounts. Okay.
What does Solana discounts mean?
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, okay. It's like Coupon Dunya or
Yeah.
Groupon. Interesting
Yeah.
idea.
Really hard coded. New wallet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Lot of things. I think a simpler app would have been better.
Yeah. And also it's not but why does it also have drift branding? Like how is drift used here?
No, Drift isn't. This is the name and they've copied the logo. I doubt Drift is used anywhere here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and also like there's no traction here. No one buys,
Yeah.
LC from or is actively looking for a discount on Solana. I doubt that.
Yeah.
A lot of future problems maybe, but not problems of
Yeah.
today.
That's true.
All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more to go.
Percepta.
This one's
Data
called
layer for it. Oh, interesting.
Embodied AI.
Is there a smart class?
Yeah, there is.
Interesting.
Deepen data collection. There are a lot of these projects. I am always not sure of the execution if they will ever get adopted. If they do, if you will ever
Is that a
have
class?
Sorry, what was that?
Is that a hardware?
There is. I mean, at least that's what they say.
Yeah. Capture
people
first
with-
question.
People with a glass hardware, would they ever, use Solana to make money by providing data? I don't know. Website looks pretty good though.
Yeah.
I only see a waiting list and nothing else.
Is there a place to see the product Like
There's a video.
the glass.
Oh, I doubt that. I don't think they have their own glasses at all. They might be hoping to build on top.
Or they expect that people, the penetration of glasses is
Yeah,
large enough that they can build a interesting.
which is probably not true. I don't think people have like. There's no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no!
Okay.
Wait, they do have their glasses, or at least have a design. It'd be great if they have glasses.
Yeah.
It's
And
pretty good.
they have a working glass prototype at least. That deserves a shortlist. But if it is just a a
An image.
mock-up, then you broke my heart.
Yeah, I would assume it's just a mock-up. I mean, if you have a physical hardware, if it's half-assed, you'd probably put it somewhere on your website.
Yeah, that's
Or,
right.
or if you don't,
At
then you
least,
should. That red, sir.
yeah, yeah.
Very
If
hot.
if they had a physical hardware, I mean, a lot of this centers around that, right? That's the kind of
Yeah,
the meat and potatoes of the whole thing.
agreed. 100%. Right.
ChatGPT Kit.
ChatGPT Kit.
Oh, interesting. So now you
GitHub link.
can.
Connect Solana wallets to ChatGPT to perform transfers, or it's like an MCP for
Oh, okay.
few
Nice.
things.
Looks good. Does it work? How do you add the?
How do we test? Probably has a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a YouTube video. Simple, straightforward. Yeah. YBAI. Yeah, it's just an MCP server, I would think. Yeah,
Also
looks
has.
decent.
Oh, nice. Also has a UI. Like
Yeah,
you can click the button. It's nice.
yeah, that's a green.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Good attempt. Yeah, I love projects like this. Very clear, easy
Yeah, to the
to
point. 100%.
decentralized social media platform. Oh wow.
These are
Okay.
always tricky.
Yeah. Voix. Nice name. Oh, download now. What happens if you click on download now?
It takes you to
Okay.
probably an APK that's down, I would assume. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately I have to mark it red.
Right, that's a red. Next one, Satyam Yadav. It's the last
Cargo ID. Okay,
Cargo.
TimeFun.
Oh, Cargo ID, my bad, yeah. Leverages the
Interesting.
Solana blockchain to create transparent, tamper-proof, decentralized supply chain tracking system.
Interesting.
Every
Okay.
coordinated to be on chain, empowering businesses to end-to-end verify, authenticate, trace ownership in real time.
Interesting. How are they doing it though? I want to see the depth of their thinking.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I would assume whenever you receive something, you put a
But
message
how do
on chain.
they? But why? How do they do it though? Like, I mean, this is an operations heavy, right? It's
Oh,
again one of those tar pit ideas where it sounds so cool from the outside, but all of this is. I mean, the devil is in the execution detail.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's just futuristic. It might.
Yeah,
It's
I imagine if you're moving, so one truck has like thousands of boxes. Does it mean that you're going to scan thousands of boxes, adding extra another, a 10-15 second per boxes to load it up?
yeah.
A lot of those practical, I mean, it's a good solution would have thought that through, right?
Yeah, I think honestly here Web2 probably makes sense. I mean, you do really need trustlessness here in fleets in e-commerce website. Probably like Swiggy orders makes sense if I receive my order. If I put that on chain, but like there's probably 0.1% of the cases where this becomes a problem. So I don't know
Yeah.
if bringing it on chain makes sense. Yeah, Tarpit, I agree. That's red. So by the end, we have a total of
Oh, we managed to go through
30.
All
Yeah.
of,
I mean,
okay.
no, we still have 35 more to go. I just don't want to start.
Okay, we'll do another stream.
Sorry, you
Yeah,
want to? Yeah, I think we've gone through half of them basically.
yeah, let's do another stream for the reminder.
I agree. So I would assume that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 yellow and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 green.
Oh,
Beautiful.
not bad. Yeah.
We have 14 right now, and I think we have to choose a total of 20.
Okay.
That's pretty good. I think we should
Yeah,
be able to finish
maybe
this
in
by.
the remaining 35, we'll probably have to find another 7 and hopefully few from the yellow. Awesome.
Yeah, we should be able to get you with the results by the end of this week, hopefully. And congratulations to the people who are currently in the green or the yellow. If you're in the red, hopefully you learned something new. For everyone else, hopefully you learned how people might look at a project. And a lot of times simple is better, especially if you're focusing for a hackathon, which, as you can clearly see, the hackathon people are just trying to optimize for how quickly can this become a startup. So even if you want to build a startup, or even if you just want to win a hackathon, either way, what you need to focus on is, can this be executed today or in the next 6 months to a year? Anything to add, Sheikh?
Yeah, and if you really want to work on a complex idea, then figure out what is the simplest thing that you can do to prove that this complex idea can work down the future, right? So what when people are evaluating this as a startup, they're actually looking at your depth of thinking, your clarity, and how you have thought about the problem space. Because you building a successful startup is downstream of all of these, right? And especially, and they would also expect that you have some amount of experience in the problem space. It's like if you have never worked in, supply chain, or you have never worked in logistics, or you have never worked in ticketing, and if you want to do this as a Web3 project, then it's like it doesn't really connect, right? Like, do you actually, because a lot of these ideas, in order to solve them effectively, you need to have you need to know what it is on the ground, because a lot of these are operations heavy. Same thing, for example, tokenizing real estate, right? So unless you are a real estate developer who has tons of properties that they can tokenize and issue to others, or you're operating in a jurisdiction where a bunch of this is all, the infrastructure for this exists, it's dead on arrival, right?
Yep. 100%. All right. Hopefully that was an interesting live stream for you guys. Hopefully we'll do another one, and we should be able to get the results out by Sunday. So look out for that. With that, anything else to add, Sheikh, or should we call it?
So happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah.
We didn't wish people.
Yeah. Happy New Year, guys, and Merry Christmas as well. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.